A lot of comments here. All the regulars are chiming in. I was fiddling around with this. I got a little sidetracked, sorry. I was going to try to size the bracelet real quick. And I think I'm going to hold off on the bracelet. They used, kind of like the Christopher Ward, they have the tube in the center link, and then they have the notched out pin. So, decent bracelet, but yeah. I'm probably not going to wear this watch anyway, so I don't really care. I don't know if I have something else. I'll figure something else on that later. All right, let's get to the comments here. So Kevin, Enrique's here, Daniel Yo's here, Todd is here. See Michael Chaz from the Berg, Craig, Blue Shirt Buddha, Rock the Watch, Bobby Legs. Got all my regulars here. Ricky, yeah, I mean, pin and collar is really good. I think they're kind of a pain to size initially, but certainly when they do the pin and collar where there's the collar in the center of the link, it actually seems to be like really robust. I don't think you have and then they like dimple the pin and the collar, so it like pretty much locks into place. You're not ever gonna have a problem with it. But other than that, I mean, the bracelet's fine. I think the watch as a whole is fine, but it's gonna kind of, I don't know. If you look at the watches that are on the table here, I think I'm pretty much to that point. And I know that's where a lot of people that watch my channel, and I still will show the more affordable stuff, you know. I'm not sure how much the Astor and Banks is, but you know, I'm gonna still show like the Notice and the Zelos and the Astor and Banks. I'm gonna show all that stuff still, but I've moved up. Like I like wearing and enjoying the more I guess more expensive watches, but they're just better. Yeah, broke watch fanatic. Yeah, they actually sent me like 5 different colorways. I just grabbed this one just for the video. Really nice watch for the smaller dial size and everything, the Fortitude. So I grabbed the mint because it's the standout one. I mean, there's some other like mother of pearl ones and stuff like that. See, Holden is here. Let's see. Steve Papa says, random question: have you had any issue with the screw removal on the Omega Seamaster bracelet? I personally haven't, but I know people that have, and I've talked to them quite a bit about it. They are tricky because you got a screw on each side, and then you have the pin that stays in the center, and the screws, once you get them out, they're very tiny. So if you have any sort of issue getting that screw to break loose, you risk, you know, messing up the screw head or scratching something. It's definitely tricky. I don't think I messed up any on this one, but it's super easy to screw it up. So you have to be careful for sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys are, you know, that's what I kind of threw this one out here because you know, that I totally forgot about it. I think a lot of people forgot about it too. The G-Shock Square NASA release one with the black bezel. So what was I doing? I was getting ready for work this morning and I got the text and I clicked it and I went over there, and I'm sure like most of you guys, it kind of like everybody was going for that watch all at once, and it didn't really crash the site. It just bottlenecked it. So everyone's waiting to try to get in to, you know, finalize their order. I think I played around with it for, oh man, it seemed like forever, but it was probably about 12 to 15 minutes before I actually was able to get my order to go through. I have order confirmation and I paid with my PayPal, so I think I will be getting the NASA watch. So, Daniel said took 40. You know what? I actually took a shower and everything. It might have taken me like 30 or 40 minutes. I lose track of time. Yeah, it definitely took some time. You're right. So yeah, hopefully if you really wanted one, you were able to get one. To be honest with you guys, I am gonna end up probably selling it or giving it away. I'll be one of the ones that just pass that deal on. you know, I already have a bunch of white G-Shock squares, and I would rather move to a collector that actually is like super fanatic about it. Actually, I think my buddy Billy Bob missed out on it. I'll probably end up getting it to him now that I think about it, because he's a hardcore G-Shock square fan. So, and he's West Coast. I know he missed out on it because it was early in the morning for him. So, all right, what do we got here? Yeah, Easy Clayton, exactly. The NASA G-Shock Square was released at like 4 a.m. for the West Coast people, so most you guys on the West Coast pretty much just got screwed on that. It was a weird release time, so I'll probably end up getting that watch over to Billy Bob. Where are we at? Try the AM, got the cart, bumped out. Peter missed out. Bobby Leg says hit the like for Random Rob. Yeah, you can hit the thumbs up arrow, you know, you can hit that one. Or if you want to hit the thumbs down, hit that sucker twice. Tennessee Mike said Billy Bob set his alarm. I think he set his alarm, but I think he still missed out on it. Craig G says he's on the wait list for the Polar 2. And then he'll be taking a break for a while, yeah. Break for like 15 minutes, like a normal work break, like 15 minutes, and then you'll be looking at another watch. Because we're crazy. Brandon said he picked up the Christopher Ward C65 Sandstorm, waiting for it to come in. Rock the watch, yeah. I'm definitely gonna pick up that AP Black Panther release. I haven't watched your video yet. I will. I just been trying to play catch up, but yeah, I think those are a pretty good deal on those. I'm gonna definitely pick one of those up. Let's see. Bobby Legs is enjoying his Zin U50. Brelad said he just picked up the Oris 80th anniversary bronze pointer date epic watch. That is a cool watch. Kevin says 500 subs away from the Orange Monster. That's one way to look at it. Or what if I can convince people to unsubscribe from me, and I always just float around in between, say, like 49 and 50,000 subscribers, or I keep going further away from the 50,000, and then I just never give it away. That would be kind of cool, too, you know. That's another option, potentially. Daniel Katz with a super chat, $2.79. Impractical Reverso versus OP Tiffany waitlist. Yeah, the Tiffany of the OP seems like it's the most difficult one to get. Thankfully, I think other really good brands are going to be putting out some fun colors. So, I mean, you can get on that wait list, or you could just like say screw it and actually get like some other watches that are just available and fun and just move on. And the Reverso is amazing. It is. I think you're talking about the Crazy Baller one, but geez, oh Pete, that's crazy. Mr. Casio, Kello from Philly, Burbs, everyone. Casio Oceanus T200 on the wrist. That is a very good everyday watch for sure. Trying to read the comments, guys. I'm skipping so many of them here because there's a lot. Nefarian says he would rock a Reverso every day. Daniel Yo unsubbed. Yes, the Orange Monster is going to just stay in purgatory. It is never going to have an owner. Let's see. Kevin's checking in from Canada, and it looks like he's wearing a mask. You don't have to wear a mask if you're watching my live stream, man. Totally safe, COVID-free. Let's see. I want to see more mustard yellow options. Kevin, yeah, that's a good idea. Everyone's on that green dial tip, right? I definitely would like to see some other colors. I would like to see. Oh, there's a lot of small engine velocities. Hey, if you guys are into like motorcycles or vlogging or like definitely scooters, ruckus and stuff like that, go check out Small Engine Velocity. He's in the chat. This is another color combination that Zin is nailed down. So like pretty much any color, whether it be black or dark blue, or you could even do green. I'm already kind of over the green dial. But like if you do like this, where you do that kind of faux patina, but almost tan, and then it's almost like a triple colorway. So you have, you have your white, you have your cream, that silverish is kind of white, and then that dark color, and then maybe even a splash of red like this one. The Zin colorways like this look so good, so good. Let's see here. Oh, okay, yeah, we got some crazy stuff going on in the chat. Need to put some more wrenches out there. My wrench guys need to just dismantle some people. People like to have some fun in there, it looks like. Let's see. Okay, where are we at here? The boys are killing the trolls. We got the trolls, and we got the troll killers. There's so many troll killers here, guys. Like I honestly feel bad for trolls. They're gonna have to come at you hard to get by, because I have a lot of wrenches in the chat. So Nick says, "Do you have any aspirational piece?" I would say no. Bunch of fools. Jack is in the house from Jack's Watches and EDC. Says Hamilton hand wine in the back. Yeah, I just unopened this. I recorded an unboxing. I will post it as soon as I can. This is a watch that Bruce already had. Mimo sent this over. Yeah, it is very cool. Unfortunately, I don't have the automatic one anymore, but yeah, the Hamilton Intramatic chronograph or this mechanical one is just awesome. So it is. I'd say it's a very good value proposition, but they're still kind of expensive, guys. Even with a discount, this one's $2,000. I think the automatic is like 2,400 or something like that. So like even with a discount, you're still going to be around that $2,000 mark. But it is a heck of a lot of watch, even for that price point. But that's where I was kind of talking about earlier. I feel like I'm to the point, and I think a lot of you guys are too, where you kind of have to spend like a minimum of $1,000 to say $5,000 to really, get something on wrist that you're really, really going to like. It's fine to like other watches, but the watches that seem like they actually land on my wrist are that $1,000 to $5,000 range now. So, what do you think of the Eco Drive Meep Security? Citizen rules with that Eco Drive. I have one. It's in a box. I couldn't get all these watches out, but TWE. Mimo's discount code seems too good to be true. How are they making any profit? He doesn't. He's fine with making a smaller profit and creating a very good customer base. So Mimo's a boss. Let's see. Tudor Black Bay 36 or Longines. Miguel is asking this. Tudor Black Bay 36 or Longines Heritage Classic Chronograph. I would go for the Black Bay 36. I'm not huge into chronographs, even though I was wearing the Breitling Navitimer today. See, Brelad says, if I could only wear one watch from your collection for the rest of your life, which would you choose? I would choose my Orange Monster. And to be honest with you guys, I'm drifting further and further away from that, but it's still like my iconic watch. I still have to keep this watch, and I would happily wear this watch much more than I do. I really don't wear it a ton. But when I have like the Aquaterra and the Super Ocean and the Seamaster and the Damasco, and then a floater Breitling and then some cool G-Shocks, like it's hard for, I can't just pick one. It's like at some point I'm sure that could happen, but I really just doubt it. SVT, man, that's hard to say. SVT Stang 03 says he wants a new Orange Monster. Well, somebody pointed it out earlier. Mark at Long Island Watch just released his version of the Seiko Monster, so there's probably going to be a very good Orange Monster. If otherwise, I mean, you could you could pick up one of these, and it's pretty dang good. It really is. It's actually pretty dang good, and you can pick these things up for dirt cheap. So, all right, where are we at here? Daniel Yo said, new watch today. Picked up the Darth Tuna at a local AD. Man, tunas are awesome. Good pickup, man. Jordan's Watch Chronicle says, rest in peace, DMX. Yep. Too early, too, man. It's a bummer. Let's see, where are we at? Regarding the manual wine Hamilton, do you find it excessively thick? It looks thicker than the Navitimer. Yeah, so chronographs are going to be thick, man. That's the way it is. And it kind of has a slab side, so it's, I would say it's really close to the same thickness. It's just a different package. You know what I mean? It's almost identical in thickness, I bet you. It just is going to wear different. Let's see. Matt Rock the Watch says, got the monster patty and the frost tuna coming in. Wow, he's getting the watches in. Well, I guess that's what you got to do when you need that content for your channel. Okay, white glove watches. I'm loving that one up front, but I can't make it out. What is it? Anybody know? If you're talking about this one, it is the Astor Banks. Let me see if I can move the hands out of the way. The Fortitude. So a little bit smaller watch. Really nice finishing on it. Screw down crown, color matched date wheel, all that stuff, and there's a bunch of different colorways. So there's a look at that. Man, guys, I'm trying to keep up. Sorry. Matt asks, what are your thoughts on the new Moon watch versus the old? I'm conflicted. Go for the new. I always go for the new, man. I don't like old watches. I don't like used watches. I like the new watch. And the new Moon watch is better. It's just better. Michael did a rebuy on the SNE 499. That happens sometimes. Where are we at here? Watch what it says it needs palm fronds. It's the wrong color. It needs to be a darker green, and then it can have the palm fronds. Do they make that in a white dial? Yes. I have a bunch of them. I'll do a video soon on them. There's an unboxing. Did I post the unboxing of the Astor Banks yet? I can't remember. How do you like the Damasco? Let's see. Mitchell Holt says, I wish I could pull off a white dial. Listen, Mitchell, for the longest time, I used to love looking at white dial watches, and every time I put them on my wrist, I'd be like, I can't wear it. It just doesn't work. I can't wear it. And then one day something clicked, and that's like all I wear now are white dial watches. Craig is asking, how do I like the Damascos? Damascos are awesome. Phenomenal watch. One of the best German watch brands out there as far as I'm concerned. And I'll go on record right now basically saying, pound for pound, I would put the Damasco over the Zin. But that's just me, man. Right here, the DA37 or any DA lineup, if you like the day date, and I love the DA37 for the full loom dial, or if you have a little bit smaller wrist or you just prefer a smaller watch, get the DS30. If you can find the ones like this where it has the ETA in it, otherwise you're going to have to pony up and get the new, what do you call it? I don't know what their new movement is called. Whatever their new movement is called, it's in-house. Jordan's checking in with the live stream. Let's see, palm frond. Kevin says palm frond's OP is the Wish version of a GS. You know what? The more that watch is kind of getting played and making fun of and stuff like that, it almost makes me want one now. Hunter says DRZ, Mundial, white dial, one left in stock right now at the Dorenzo website. That's crazy. Somebody must have canceled or something. That is such a good watch. Navarian says it's the 420 dial. Any watch sales happening like out in the wild? I don't know. All my watch sales are done in a private Discord anymore. Let's see here. What's lying next to the Breitling closest to you? This one here. This is a hand heart. I legit don't know anything about this brand, but this was sent in, and this thing is beautiful. This is my first look at this brand. Guys, Bobby Legs is, and so many other people are just spot on. The German brand watches they're nothing short of amazing. Like, because you can get the ones that are like sterile, like the Damasco or some Zinn, and then you can get some of the German watches that are just like full on, you know, pilot watches, or like this, where it's a little bit of everything. It's still, oh, somebody told me to turn the bezel. So this has a timing bezel on it. That's what that red stripe up there is for. So, and it's crazy smooth. Yeah, this watch is amazing. It's a non-screw down crown, oversized crown. So I don't know what movement that is though. It's got a custom rotor. I'll have to look up to see what movement that is, but it's a man, that is a really nice watch. Yes, Tennessee Mike, thank you. It's the A26 on the Damasco. Let's see, Kirk Capel says 41 millimeter tag white dial aqua racer or the 90s quartz bond Seamaster. Thoughts on which to get? Between those two, I really like the tag white dial. But if you can find a very good, well taken care of, clean quartz bond Seamaster, that would be a fun watch. I don't like buying used though, is my issue. So I really am not going to gravitate toward either of those. They have to be near new old stock for me to like be drawn in. Justin EDC's checking in. Wilson's here. Let's see. Yonkers is good, says Stefan. Have you checked out the Zinn 105 UTC? Looks like Zinn's take on an Explorer 2. Yeah, I wish, my issue with it is I wish they would have done something different with the movement and made it so it was more of a true GMT style watch. But I forget who it is. Somebody in my Discord group picked one up, the black dial one. I want to see the white dial one, but the black dial one looks the best of the 105 UTC. Whew. Let's see, thoughts on the SBDC 051. I can't visualize which watch that model is. Alfred's Fun Videos, it says Zinn or the Breitling Navitimer. So immediately, just, I mean, if I hold up these two right here and I look at them, the Zinn is just stunning. The Zinn looks amazing. I would gravitate towards the Zinn. However, if I had this Breitling Navitimer, but with the one thing I would like to see on the Navi, and they have them, is, you know, the different colored subdials. That would make it pop. Then I would go for the Breitling. Mostly for the namesake, really. It's, you know, it's their watch. The Zinn, most people are going to say, is probably better overall. And I don't know what other models there are of this. So, and I wouldn't do it on the bracelet. I've been wearing this one on the leather, and I've kind of fallen in love with it. It wears great. It looks good. The Zinn's going to be easier to read for just time telling because these hands are a little tricky to read. Yeah, I do agree. This Navitimer, this exact model of Navitimer is getting a little stale, but this is an older model. This is part of that Breitling Select program. So I'm not getting the prime 41 millimeter Navitimer option. There are way better ones out there as far as looks. They're not going to offer them in the Breitling Select program. But I wore this thing at work today. I think it even got banged up a little bit. Hopefully they don't charge me. I don't think I marked it up or anything, but you can see it on my wrist. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm really digging it. Oh, okay. So the Zinn is more geared towards the older, more traditional type Navitimer. So maybe that's the ones I would prefer, I guess. Will I be doing a full video? Yes. I'm going to be doing a full video on everything, on the Brew, the Zinn, the Hamilton, the Hanhart, the Osterbanks, the Damasco DS30, even the Navitimer. That's actually on the docket. I need to do this one like ASAP. Let's check the clasp. So it's thin, 4 micro just, fold over, non-pusher, so it's just a friction fit, and milled in the center. Pretty basic affair. Really tight links. It tapers down nice. fine screws. So you're going to need the 1.2 screwdriver, I think. Maybe even smaller. Nope, the 1.2 will be perfect for these screws. And should be very comfortable. It's going to flow really good. Has a nice flow to it. Yeah, the Brew is, that's a fun watch. That is a very cool watch. Hope to see more of these at some point. But I got to get the owner to send them in because I'm not buying them. Like I talked about, I love to see these and I love to show them off, but I'm not buying them. I'm borderline done buying, guys. Kevin asked, what's my thoughts on Jeff's MM200? So this is, I made the video on it already, but I think a better description, because I called it like the MM200 2.0, but really, I think I read somewhere better describe it, is it's the MM200 reduced, because it is quite a bit smaller than the MM200 that we typically labeled. I think the finishing on the case is better, and the case profile is better. The dial and handset is a little more discreet and just clean. It's actually very similar to the Willard. I think it's a great watch, but it's going to wear too small for me. But if you like a little bit smaller diver, but you still want the full Seiko one, this would work for you. Like that would totally work. Any thoughts on the price for a new SRP 309? I think you'd be hard pressed to find an actual new old stock 309. I think what you're going to find is a very good condition one. Man, I can't imagine there's any brand new in the box 309s out there, or very rare. And if they are, I would say expect to pay somewhere between $800 and $1,200, depending on if it's. I mean, it has to check out. But that's, you're paying a premium for something that doesn't really matter, because there's watches like that where that 309 is in near perfect shape, even though it's technically used, and you can pick those up for around $600 or $700. I don't see the sense in buying a new one, because if you're going to buy one, you should wear it. I've worn the heck out of mine. It's all scratched up. And I'll probably do an update video again on this one versus, a very clean one. So where are we at here? Oh, let's see. Colin says, thinking if I should pull the trigger on a SBBN 031 Seiko Tuna Marine Master now it is discontinued while they're still available. I like the domed hardlocks. If you like that handset and you like the domed hardlocks, yeah, pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. How's the loom on the Seamaster? It's pretty good. It's honestly, like, in comparison to some other watches I have, it's on par. It's not amazing or anything. Like, you wouldn't buy the Seamaster thinking like, yes, I have a loom monster, like it's going to be a beast. They're not. They're good. They're not a beast. It's no different than typically like this or the, it's pretty much on par with, say, like the Super Ocean and stuff. Like the Seikos are brighter. Even that Tudor Black Bay 41 I had was actually brighter and longer lasting and more visible at night. So I really like this watch. I think I actually like, and this is going to sound crazy, I think I actually like wearing this watch more than I like wearing the Seamaster. Just slightly. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Let's see. Mike Sun says, thoughts on the Manta Atlas. They're at the top of my list, but a price increase since your video on them. Man, if you're a keeper, like if you like to keep your watches and you're like, if you really, really want to own that watch and you're convinced that that's a really good watch for you, then I say go for it. Otherwise, you need to wait and find a used atlas. Yeah, the super, and then used. I mean, you can get these crazy good deal used. You can buy them nice, pretty good discount deals new. Like even Rock the Watch said in his video, you can find these for around the $3,000 mark. In the orange or the white dial, they're both great. Get it on bracelet though. I did order the rubber strap for it, and I tried it, but I don't think I'm ever going to wear it on the rubber strap. I think I'm only going to wear it on the bracelet. Yeah, Rock the Watch. Have you tried yours on the rubber bracelet with the new clasp? Yeah, how do they make a 500 depth rating watch and no helium escape valve? And there's no dive extension. It's almost like they know who's going to wear these. They're like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's 500-meter rated and stuff like that, but no one's going to go diving with it. So we're not even going to give them a dive extension. They're going to buy it and wear it. It's a fashion watch. Well, hit me up on that, Matt. I should send you, because I'm not gonna wear it. I don't know what your wrist size is. If you have a 7¼ inch wrist, I sized it, but I could loan it to you so you could check it out. It's the least I can do. You posted up videos for me, just for me to get this one. So I think I should send you the rubber strap for you to check it out with that new clasp. It's pretty cool. Let's see. You're 7.5. I'll check. It should still fit you though, because it has quite a bit of adjustment on it. I'll check it. Let's see. Thoughts on the Tricolour Commuter? Great watch, man. It's a great watch. And Jersey is, I think what Jersey is asked is, still have the Pelagos? No, a buddy of mine bought it from a buddy, and I just packaged it up and labeled it and shipped it. So let's see. White Glove saying, any thoughts on the Squale Matic? Seriously considering, but 1,300 is a lot for me. Yeah, and I think they kind of hold their value pretty good too. Let's see. Have you heard about the upcoming Seiko Persage GMTs? I don't follow the Seikos at all, guys. Like I'm like out of the loop on them. Let's see. Thoughts about the Seiko Samurai? Samurai is a good watch. All the Seiko divers are good watch. Do you still have the Zalandi rubber strap for the Seamaster Professional? Yes, I do. I have that. I never wear it. I still have it though. Any chance I will be getting the 39mm Maurice Lacroix Acon coming in for review? If somebody buys it and sends it in, yes. I don't think Maurice Lacroix is going to send me that watch, and I don't know an authorized dealer for that brand that would work with me. I have to check around. I don't know who the AD is for that. All these watches are loaned in, right? So these are from founder members. This is from Mimo. This is from the Breitling Select program. Astor Banks did send me that direct. I bought this one. This was from a buddy. I bought that one. I bought that one. So let's see. Wrist check. Well, I put this Breitling on, but it's not even running. Today I did wear the Navitimer. I wore this all day today. I carried a... What did I carry? I carried a white G-Shock Square as my spare watch, and I never changed it. I wore this, and I even did some wrench work today on some meter manifolds, and I just put the glove over the watch, so it was pretty much protected from getting scratched or anything. So here, good question. How do I get into the secret, Rob? Discord. Well, I don't think I'm letting any more people in this year. So 2022, it'll open up again. If anybody leaves, which I'm sure there's going to be, I don't know, a certain percentage of people that are in the Discord group for 2021, because you pay in full up front at the beginning of the year for the annual membership. And then, so in 2022, there's probably going to be like 20 or 30 people that don't re-up or they make a decision to like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to go do something else. So that'll open up like 20 or 30 slots, and then, people could jump in at that point. So it'll be like 2022. For the amount of stuff I do in there, I have to I have to keep that membership kind of low and exclusive. So I for 2022, I will say this: I probably will expand the co-founders, and it needs to happen early on. So I could potentially have 200 people total, and it'll have 100 on the founders, and it'll have 100 on the co-founders. And the founders get watch tours and giveaways, and I do, like, I just sent out a bunch of mugs, the Random Rob mugs, like this guy over here. I'm ordering up some hats. I'm going to sell those at my cost, but I have to do a test bet on those. So I'm slowly getting there. And I have some really cool giveaways coming up here soon. I got a very good watch case that's going to go. And then I have at least 2 watch winders that are going to go here soon, and some watches. So I have some like killer giveaways coming up throughout the summer. Yeah, so Wilson, I'm not kicking anybody out. You have to earn a full-on kick out. Like, I'm not kicking anyone out. Everyone that's there has the opportunity to stay. AZ Clayton actually picked up his mug on Saturday, so that's awesome. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add, these guys all need to be, I'm gonna hand out some wrenches. I handed out some wrenches, I think, because these are in my founders group here. Yeah, so I have a pretty loyal following of, cool guys that are all like collectively hanging out together. I feel bad sometimes because I don't get as active in the Discord group as I would like to, but it does, like, there's so much camaraderie in there, and they're just talking on their own. It's so cool. Yeah, where are we at here? What's the watch to the far left? Is that a Seiko? Yeah, I just brought this one out. This is actually Jeff McMahon's watch. It is I guess we're going to call it the Seiko MM200 reduced. I forget the part number on it, though. It's like it's a SBDC127. And I think there's a JDM variant, too, and I don't know the part number on that. But this is a SBDC127. So let's see. Where are we at here? But the watch was one of the ones. I can hand out some more wrenches, but sometimes I have a hard time identifying who's who. Before you know it, we're gonna have more wrenches on here than, like, yeah, trolls wouldn't stand a chance. Kev says, "Hey, Random Rob, how are you? Where do you rate the G-Shock GWG 1000 Mudmaster?" You know what? I don't think I've checked that one out. Yeah, Kevin, thank you. It's the SPB 187, which is also the police code for homicide, a 187. We did have a troll bomb earlier, but now we have way more wrenches. Like, you guys are going to crush the trolls. Is there a big difference between Seiko JDM and others? No, I don't think so. Like, honestly, back in the day when everyone was gaga over the, whether it be well, let me grab an SKX. Whether it be an SKX or a Monster, everybody was like, get the JDM one, it's better and stuff like that. I was kind of, at that point, I had handled enough of all of them that I leaned more towards the K model. I had more issues with the JDM models on the Monsters, and definitely on the SKX, where they were, the bezel action was horrible on them. And every time I had a K model, like, things lined up better and the bezel action was better. So I was biased towards the K model, not the JDM model. So I don't know. It really is just like they have to label them for different markets is all it is. Let's see. How many watches are currently in your collection? I have no idea. It's less than what I used to have, but it's still more than I think, and it's definitely less than you think. challenge for Rob, wear all of your squares simultaneously on both arms. I don't really have that many squares, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have like 8 of them or something. Maybe more. I think there's 8. I might have like 8 of them. I don't think I could fit them all on though. Let's see. Benjamin says, newbie here. I love the videos, Rob. Thinking about a Manta. Any recommendations on the Noble versus the Triumph? I think whatever one appeals to you most as far as looks, they're both going to be like very, very similar as far as specs, size, and feel. So just try to find a good deal on one that you like and just go for it. Kev says he's after the SKX007. Could you advise me on buying one, please? I don't know, man. Where is anyone picking up the 007s? Like, is anybody even selling a good SKX anymore? Or do you have to, like, rely on the used market? I haven't even had a ton come through on the used market. So, I don't know. Does Long Island Watch still have a, like, OEM SKX? You know, I know, like, a lot of people say, like, these Sharkies or whatever. Like, I got to tell you guys, these are not the same as an SKX. The case is totally different. It's not as not as Seiko like. It's a new model. So Joma had some. Michael says a brand new SKX on eBay is like $400. If you can verify that it's actually legit and it's in good shape and stuff like that, yeah, just find the best deal on one and pick one up. Otherwise, I would maybe look at just building one, because I might even have spare dials. I might have spare SKX dials. I can't remember if I have any left or not. And you can pick up like a Namoki's case. Like, I love this one. This is the Namoki's titanium case. So, and it is very nice, and it fits other things. But, you know, you're not going to have the same bracelet options. But you can get the stainless steel Namoki's case and then just build your own SKX, essentially. You know, you could put a stock bezel on there. You can find a lot of stock parts. You wouldn't know how to go about building one. Yeah, I mean, see if you can just find one, ideally, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Nofarian says just pick up. I think I can hand Nofarian a wrench too. Nofarian says you can just pick up the Islander from Long Island Watch, and yeah, you're pretty much good to go. I think the big difference for me is I like the stock Seiko dial, so I don't really care for the other dials. Is it true that the SKX and 5KX are the exact same case? They are 100% not the exact same case. I've tried, some parts fit and some don't, and they're constructed differently, so they are not the exact same. Let's see. The Islander versus the SKX. I know, I need to probably get another Islander in. Thoughts on Mark releasing the Islander Monster since you love that watch so much? Oh, I knew somebody was going to ask me that. I don't know, man. I'm indifferent on it. Just like I'm indifferent on this one. Like, I get it. It's nice and it's affordable and it's obtainable is the main thing, right? Getting a good orange Seiko Monster, or even some other colorways that are hard to get. Yeah, I don't know. But these are really good, but they're not great. It's not the real deal. I think I'm going to hold some reservation because I need to order one up. If Mark has the monsters in stock right now, I'll go check his website. If he has them, I'll probably pick one up. I'll probably just buy one, or maybe I'll send him a message and see if he can send me one. Because if it's, and I suspect it might be because they're probably coming from the same factory. If it's the exact same as this watch and then it just has his spec on it, then I'm going to feel the same way I feel about the Islander as I do this. It's fine because you can't pick, they're not new watches anymore. Like, current models from Seiko. So it's fine, but it's not the same. It is just not the same. They're really close, but it's not the same. All right. I know I missed a lot of questions, guys. Hey, Rob, would you still recommend the Breitling Colt? Seems like a pretty sweet watch from your review. Yes, I like the Super Ocean a little bit more just because it's a little bit bigger, a little more presence, and it fits my my preferences more for my wrist size. But the Colt is awesome. There would be one gripe I would have with the Colt is it's basically the same bracelet, and this bracelet doesn't match up with the Colt case as good as it does the Super Ocean case. But other than that, the Colt is awesome. So there is a super chat from Daniel. He said he is wearing his Orange Monster right now. I'm assuming the SRP 309. So thanks for the super chat. And yeah, Orange Monsters are awesome. Whether it's the one that's crazy hard to get is that, what was the model? SBDC 023 or something like that. That one is crazy hard to get. And I would have never guessed it. But it's basically like a Gen 3 version of, this monster. So it doesn't have the teeth. The Dust Diver's wearing his Colt 41 right now. Let's see. I ordered the Dorenzo DRZ4 to get my integrated bracelet fixed. This one, yes, I agree. That is a home run watch from those guys. Meep Security is asking, favorite watch under 100, favorite watch under 100, under 500, and under 1,000. Man, I can't manage under that kind of pressure. Favorite watch under 100 would be a G-Shock Square, the 5600E. Favorite watch under 500 would be the G-Shock Bling Master. And favorite watch under 1,000 would be a used G-Shock Titanium. There you go. I know that's a horrible answer. That's not a good answer. I'm sorry. Craig G says Christopher Ward under 1,000. I know I went with the 3 G-Shock Trifecto. And I don't even have a 5600E. I need to order some more of those because I think I've given them away. I definitely cheated. But listen, you got to stack the deck in your favor. That's how I roll, man. I'm going to always take the easy way out. Oh, yeah. Jonathan said he just picked up the GBX 100. I forgot about that watch. It's been so long that I've had one, and I think there's a couple new models. That thing is crazy legible. Thoughts on the Tudor Chrono? I would like to see the Tudor Chrono. I'm not as gaga over it as a lot of people are, but I'm also not big into chronographs, even though there's like 10 of them on the desk right now. Let's see. Kevin, there you go. There's a good lineup. The Seiko SNK 809 under 100. The Seiko SARB 17 Classic under 500. Perfect choice. Kevin, solid lineup. And then the C65 Dartmouth Blue. I don't know that you can pick one of those up for under 1,000. Is that less than 1,000? But that thing's actually COSC and everything. That is a very good 3-watch lineup. The Dust Diver's asking if the SARB 017 is under 500. You could probably find one under 500, I think. I don't know. Chaz from the Berg says Breitling dropped a couple of nice chronos. Yes, they did. Do you have a favorite daily go-to or always honeymoon because you get new watches all the time? Carlo's asking. I don't really have a favorite daily. I usually go like on a 3-day rotation. So, and it's usually it's pretty well split between the Super Ocean. I think over the last like few months, I would say my watch wearing is going to consist of basically the Aquaterra, the Super Ocean, and the Seamaster. And I probably wear them like in 3-day intervals, essentially, is what I typically do. You know what I haven't worn in a while is the G-Shock Squares. I definitely haven't worn the Bling Master in a while. So I'm due to wear that. But the one thing I don't often do, and a lot of you guys probably do, I know a lot of you guys are actually, you could chime in the comments. I know a lot of you guys do this, but change your watch more than once or twice in a day. Back then, the square chrono in the back is a Brew retrograph. So video to come soon on this. Should have a, I believe it has a Seiko Mecha Quartz in it. This is a very fun chronograph. Does Rob have a Speedy? Seems like an Omega kind of guy. I'm definitely an Omega kind of guy, and I could see owning a Speedy, but I definitely can't see buying a Speedy. So if somebody wants to give me an Omega Speedmaster, that would be awesome. Matt says he changes his watch 2 to 4 times a day on average. That's crazy. I don't do that. I pretty much, because all these watches are in an area that I don't really go to a ton other than when I'm working on this stuff. So, so like at the conclusion of this live stream, I will pick what watch I'm wearing tomorrow, and I might just stick with the Navitimer because I wore this all day today, even though the date's not right. I didn't set the date. I just set the time and went. I might wear this again because I'm gonna make the video on this one soon, and then I'm gonna switch it up because I did just get my second bill. So I've been charged for 2 months now, and they added the tax this time. So I need to wear that one and then switch it up. Somebody asked to see the SKX 009, and I have it on the Clockwork fitted link strap. Man, this is a game changer. I'm gonna probably wear this again soon too. Let's see. Chaz from the Berg, he changes into a G-Shock when he gets home, like Mr. Rogers just putting on a sweater. Remember he used to come and sit down and then change his shoes or something to like his house shoes. That was awesome. Yeah. Let's see. Carlos said he's eyeing a Stova. That's awesome, man. I like those. Let's see. Yeah, the Clockwork. I think I already posted the video on that. I don't know. I'm so messed up on videos right now. Let's see, Clockwork with the orange. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do. Hopefully, he'll do more end link designs soon, but it takes a while. Somebody complimented the Initial D G-Shock Square. Yeah, this thing is fun. I'm glad I was able to pick this up. This was kind of a hookup deal for my buddy Adam over at 1010 Talk, who used to post videos once a month, and then basically he hasn't posted in like 3 months. I give him crap, but he's just too busy or something. So yeah, this is a fun watch. This is one of those ones that I probably won't ever really wear. I don't think I've ever even worn it, and I don't have any intention of selling it. It's just too freaking cool. Rock the watch. Thoughts on the new fully bronze Oris? I like the dial colors, and I know they do something to the bronze that it isn't going to patina super fast, but I just don't care for bronze watches. I don't care for the gold watch unless you're going to go full polished. I don't care for the silver watch. White gold is just dumb. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, see, yeah, this is just like on the AE86 Trueno. That's the tofu delivery shop writing that's on the side of the drift car in that show. It is very cool. And then I think it has, it has a special tin and everything. I did a video on it, but it has the on the back, and then it has, when it backlights, it has like the tofu writing. Will I wear the NASA square when it comes in? Probably not. see. Yeah, Zen is on your short list. Yeah, there's some good Zen out there, but they're going heavy with the watches. It's like they're like Zen recently like woke up and they're like legit making a lot of watches. George A. Thoughts on the Seiko Baby Tuna, or should I go for the Alpinist? Depends on your wrist size and your preference. You're talking two crazy, totally different, polar different watches that could coexist in one collection. I'm not a huge fan of the Baby Tuna. I think it's too big, and the Alpinist feels like it's too small. So like you're on the extreme ends on both sides. Where are we at here? Oh, which watch has most damage or wear? That would be my Orange Monster. My Orange Monster easily has the most damage and the most wear. I wore this watch a ton in a ton of places. I took this thing on a ton of vacations. I took it on 2 Chop Top Challenge things, which was a crazy adventure. Um, yeah, a bunch of different stuff. And it kind of snuck up on me too, because it was like all of a sudden one day I looked at this watch and I was like, wow, this thing is beat. I mean, I don't think there's any inventory on this side of the strap that has a non-scratch surface. The clasp is like borderline homerized, and this side, it's the inside of your wrist, so it's not as bad, but it's like a soft wear. And then on the bezel, I have some pretty good scratches here. I have no idea how I did those. I don't recall doing that. And then there's a scratch on the crystal somewhere, like in this area right here somewhere. There's a scratch like going right through here, but it's not super, super bad. And I have to go looking for it. I don't really see it. And it definitely needs a deep cleaning. I don't want to do it, but I really should pop the bezel off because I know there's gunk underneath there. I really should pop the bezel off and clean that up. So this is a 2014. We're in 2021. I'm even debating taking it in and having it all new gaskets and everything put in it. So, and just cleaned up and tested. But I think what I want to do is I want to talk to Bruce's watch guy, Chris. I trust him because he's honest and he's thorough, right? So, but what I would like to do with Chris is I want to talk to him beforehand and I want to anticipate worst case scenario minus a full service on the movement. I just want to do new crystal gasket, new stem and crown gaskets, and a new case back gasket and all that stuff, and a full cleaning. I might actually fly out there with the watch and stay for a few days if he would agree to do the work like while I'm in the area, not while I'm standing there. I don't expect him to just do it while I watch over it. But if he could do it while I'm visiting out there, and then I could pick it up and take it back with me. But that's a lot to ask of a watchmaker, so I don't know if he'd be on board with that, but I think that'd be pretty fun. Kevin said he's got a scratched up turtle. Yeah, you get... So I think most watches that are dive watches or classified as tool watches look good with some scarring. But it's the in between. Like I went past that. Like I definitely went past that where like one scratch on your newer watch, you're like, oh my God, it is so bad. Tennessee Mike, what about Loom Shot doing the overhaul? Loom Shot. If you guys are looking for a modder, right here's Loom Shot. Check him out. There's his info. Check him out. Check him out. I get asked that all the time. No, I would definitely have Chris do it. Or I would do it myself. Is there a Brew watch in the back? Yeah, I've shown it a couple of times. And I'll do the video soon, I promise. Design, yeah, I did see... Yeah, he's got a full loom dial. He's got the white dial. I'd probably bring in the white dial or the full loom dial. I don't know if it's one and the same or not, but I'd definitely check it out. Tank says his Black Bay is beat to hell, and he loves it. You know what? That was my intention with that Black Bay 41 I had, and I sold it to Tennessee Mike. It started to get a little bit of a wear on it, and hopefully Mike will, do his own markings on it. But yeah, I think that one. So like the Tudor Black Bay 41 definitely lends itself to being marked up more versus say like this watch. This watch here is maybe a little too pretty, but I'm gonna wear it, and I know this bezel is gonna get marked up and stuff like that, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So, thoughts on the Young Hens Max Bill Solar? I didn't know there was one. Craig said he can recommend Nathan over at 4:44 p.m. watches. He does very good work. That is true. He does. But those guys are modders. They're not watchmakers. If I'm gonna have anybody touch my Orange Monster, they have to be a watchmaker, not a modder. I'm a modder, right? I'm not as good as those guys, Loom Shot or 4:44 p.m. But if I'm gonna have, no offense to them, but if I'm just gonna have one of those guys do it, I'll do it myself. Otherwise, it's going to a watchmaker. Because I'm capable of tearing this apart. I'm capable of swapping the dial, the hands, the movement, the crystal. I can do all that. Not a problem. I can do all that. But I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to do surgery on my baby. I'm too emotionally attached to it. Let's see. Man, can I buy your orange SKX? No, you cannot. Sorry, it is not for sale. I'm pretty much to a point. I'll be doing a state of the collection here really soon. I'm pretty much to the point where I think I'm loaded up with keepers. I don't know that I have any watches that I could flip. But also to go with that, I don't know that there's any watches that I really care to buy right now. White glove watches. Well, it's in your handle there too. Like he's afraid to wear any of the watches. He's gonna scratch them up. The Desk Divers. That SKX011 a titanium case. Yes, it is. This is the Namoki's titanium case, and this is a JDM or SKX011J that was gifted to me by my good friend Jack. And what I did was I swapped the Hardlex crystal, the factory bezel insert, and this is still the factory stem and crown, and then a full swap of the chapter, the whole watch assembly, even the case back. So the only thing that is not Seiko on this watch is the case and the bezel. Everything else is actually swapped over from the SKX011 with the exception of this green strap. And I don't think I'm going to change a thing. I think this thing is perfect. I like it just the way it is. Let's see, Hardlex crystal, more like, yeah. Where do you get the titanium Seiko? So you get the titanium case. You get the case and the bezel is already installed, and you get it from Namoki's. I should have it. If you search up, I think if you search up Seiko SKX011 under my channel name or something like that, you should be able to find it. I did a video on it. All right. Any last minute questions before I shut us down? Is that why the flipper for life sign is gone? Yeah. Yeah. I kind of got rid of some of the glowy things because it makes doing some of my loom shots difficult. Let's see. Still have the Super Seawolf Farland. No, I sold that. Mario, I did sell that. Where are we at here? Yeah, John. Are you ever going to sell the Seamaster? I don't think so. I don't want to. He's asking if I'm ever going to sell the Seamaster. I don't think so. Drink tonight. Don Julio Reposado. If I could, if there was Clase Azul at my local supplier, then I would be drinking that. But seems like I can never find it. So let's see. How many Seiko Monsters you have now? Just the orange one. I have just my orange one, and the orange one that I will be giving away to one of the one of the viewers. I have to figure out the giveaway on that. So, because I'll probably hit 50,000 subscribers pretty soon. So when I hit the 50,000 subscriber mark, I'm going to figure out a giveaway for that orange monster. Yeah, Wilson, you don't have to send me any. I'm going to be doing that meetup. Wilson, we'll do that meetup here soon. I need to call your buddy, and we'll do that meetup. And I know I can pick it up down there, and I'll probably pick up a bottle or two while I'm down there. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna bust out. I'm gonna pick what watch I'm gonna wear tomorrow, and I'm gonna bounce. So I'm gonna kill the lights because we got some cool loom on the table. The DA37 is gonna show off a little bit. You can see that full loom dial. And then there's a lot of other loom. That Fortitude glows really good if you guys are looking at those. The Oster Banks. The Handheart glows really good. Man, we got some good loom on the table. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.